3 hours a night. 4 months. Level 5 Gundam.
5 levels.
20 hours, man. Level. Unicorn.
Of 240 parts.
2 hours at 450 degrees. Level Diorama.
Near endless articulation.
4 days. No sleep. Level? Cold fucking cane! I mean, Gunpla. Gunpla. Level 4.
Oh, hey. Level 3 Gundam, 24 hours and counting. And my arms are really tired.
Southern California Gundam model competition. What's your level of commitment, you son of a bitch?
So how long have you worked?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm building Gunpla.
Who taught you how to do that?
I learned it from you, okay?
Stop! Who taught you how to paint like that? Who taught you how to paint like that? Answer me, motherfucker!
Can I leave now?
No! Haven't you heard of Gunpla?
Look at these shitty seams. Look at this shitty pose. Look at this shitty gun. Look at this shitty mono eye.
I'm pretty sure the hoses are upside down.
Look at this mono eye.
But it's the best thing I've ever
First
seen.
place.
See Xeon, baby. Tens across the board.
Look at this shitty pose. Look at these shitty seams. Look at this shitty gun. Look at this shitty mono eye. Look at this shitty shield. Look at this shitty pipes.
Those hoses are upside down
And you're still last place. Look at this shitty
thanks
head.
for the free
Look at
drinks,
this shitty
buddy.
cockpit. Look at this shitty knee.
I need a new wheel for my car.
The Fennies did nothing wrong.
Hey, Freddie. Hey, man. Love you so much. Love all your work. Do great stuff, man. Don't care how much crap everybody talks about you. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure you keep winning. Watch what I do. Hey, Clem.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, ever heard of Hertz Donut?
What? Oh! Why the hell would you?
Hertz Donut!
Oh, my head! I'm not even working on Gunpla.
For Freddie.
Hey man, see that guy over there? He won with a kit that he finished building in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. That was a darn good build. Did you see it?
Of course I saw it. I lost to it. I got second place of that piece of crap.
Never much.
Nah, not this year. Not this year. It's my year. It's mine! Yo, Freddie, what's up with your hand?
There's nothing wrong.
That is supposed to be me! You're wrong, Freddie! Wrong again!
Your hand! No!
Hey, Freddie. I'm really sorry about earlier. Sean and I were talking. I was getting real riled up about how I should have won.
Don't worry about it. I'm ambidextrous. This isn't gonna stop me.
You're what?
I'm ambidextrous.
No! Out of here! No! Keep walking! Don't learn how to build in your face!
There's nothing wrong with him.
No! Darcy got me.
Well, we do these gatherings for SCGMC. We have monthly gatherings here. And every month we open up the house and people come here, learn, build, and get better.
Okay, so what are you working on?
Can't you see I'm fucking concentrating?
That's an interesting method you got there.
Thank you. I was thinking about it.
Are you sure you want to do it that way?
No, you're right.
Yeah, I usually charge for this advice on paying my Patreon, but I do it for free here.
Yeah, these things are cool. They're fun. I get to meet new people and learn new techniques.
That's an interesting sounding technique.
You think you can do better?
Yeah, I think I can.
So, Clem, what are you working on?
Well, this technique is called clem sanding. You can learn all about it in my book, 6 Easy Payments of $69.69.
Okay. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump into you.
You know, all you've been doing is drinking, and you've been drinking shitty stuff too. Hypnotic? Seriously?
So, Angel, what are you working on?
You don't need to worry about that. I can see your seams.
Your seam lines are showing.
So, really? Really?
Suck it, Fetties!
I don't know what this is. You've been at movie everywhere. Let's go. Go for it. Why?
All right, Ellen, what are you working on?
I'm working on a bear guy.
Oh, cool. Oh, sorry.
This was supposed to be fun.
Aw, quit your bitching, you little bitch.
Wow. Is he teething?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, we trying to fix the video. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're trying to work on some videos here, but hey, thanks for coming out and watching day 3. Got everybody else around here, and yeah. So tonight or today we'll be doing a panel. Was it a diorama building first, right?
Yeah.
Diorama building, and then we're going to be going over the last category, which is Not-Gunpla. So Star Wars, across the Mackay stuff, anything that's not Gunpla. And then, we'll be going over the last panel, which is community building with Z. And then after that, we'll be doing our winners and then the raffle. So, just hang in there. We're getting videos ready for the next panel here. Anybody else got something to say?
No, not
No?
yet. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Keep stalling?
Yeah, keep stalling. I need 3 minutes.
Remember
4
when we
minutes.
used to have build gatherings?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah. To get some good content there. We would have actually shot a tequila commercial for our tequila there.
We're giving away all of our surprises. It's a Christmas gift.
Macross.
It's Macross.
Try not to get too
Macross.
That one was really
You know what, Brandon? Why don't you come in here and tell us how to really pronounce it?
Usually you're like right on.
Yes.
I was
Just
working on that one.
hop on and
That was like a level for
dub over my voice.
It's not quite that.
All right. Well, we're still getting set up. Sorry.
Play Freebird. What?
Now would be the perfect time to play the elevator music.
Oh, we can. Everybody want to hear the elevator music?
Pabs does.
I don't have it queued up.
Did you? I
Who's making that noise?
It's
It's
I thought you phoned in Brandon.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Sorry, everyone.
Do we have a technical difficulties sign that we can put up?
No.
If only I made that comment
I know.
It's impressive that the pre-recorded panel is the one that's having difficulties.
Apparently, my laptop doesn't know how to handle having a second screen and streaming.
because of you.
Sorry. Hold on.
He was like, no.
So if you want to get your own awesome theme music made, you could look up Shushu614 on Instagram and ask her to make you some songs. It's SHU614. Hit her up for some music.
Your cat is pumping me.
Oh.
Those are bunny kicks.
Okay, buddy.
Hey, you don't shoot. Uncle Angel shoot.
Something holds it.
Yeah, I fucked up the transfer.
When Freddy does it though, it's like,
Oh, I the water.
No, he'll just look at Freddy and he'll be like, oh,
I'm getting my
and take it. When I do it, he's off.
Does he just squirt or is you actually say something?
Hey, so you want to just run the
We
Not-Gunpla?
all do it the same way. So I don't know.
I'm kind of a judge for that one too.
What kind of file is
Oh fuck! What happened to the video?
Camera output says?
No, it shouldn't. Play something. Restart the computer. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it on my other computer. It's a plugin. Can Angel kill time? I mean, Clem kill time?
Oh, you know Clem can kill time.
All right, Clem, we need you to kill time.
All right. So, where's Emily?
Emily is muted.
I'm around. What's
Okay,
up?
cool. Why am I killing time? Hey guys.
Because we're getting the video ready for the thing.
Do you need me to just stream the damn video?
Yeah.
Hey, I can stream the music from my.
Yeah, stream it from yours. See how it works.
Alright.
You guys are silly. See, doesn't this sound much better?
Don't care.
What did he do?
He
Right.
got his tunnels on himself.
You are right crazy.
Kind of knocked him around a little bit.
Alright, come on. We're gonna have to take your tunnel over here, buddy.
All right, so day 3. I guess I'm stalling for time. How are you guys doing today? Did some of you guys buy our shirts? This shirt is kind of not available. Well, we might have 1 or 2 in stock, but it's our judging shirt from last year that we gave to our judges, and it's the bright slap for not doing your goddamn seams. And I'm gonna do what broadcasters should never do.
That's quite
while on camera.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I should just wait for Emily's presentation before I start eating.
I think it's. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to fucking make this work. Like, there should be a way to make this just go full screen.
What about just playing the video?
I could do that
I'm
too.
gonna stop the music then. I can play a video on my end if you guys need me to play the video.
Yeah, play some video.
What are we? What video are we playing?
I got it.
Let's see if we can get sued by Disney. Give me a sec.
It looks like your camera was recording.
It was not.
Go ahead and get that going. I'll see if I can get the camera up.
All right, I think I've got it figured out. You should see a second little thing for me to be able to throw into the StreamYard. Yeah. All right. Y'all ready for this?
Yo, for real, why is the webcam not picking up anymore?
No audio.
There's no audio on the video.
Oh, Emily, you have to share your screen with audio.
Can you turn it off?
No.
It should have been doing that. Oh, I gotta use Chrome. The fuck uses Chrome?
I use Chrome.
I use it.
It's a valid question these days.
Well, my ass spamming what I want for Christmas in TV chat and not pretty chat.
Too late. We all saw it.
I don't know why you're asking for it. It's gonna get delayed.
Wait, is there no sound at all anymore?
I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Oh. So, Clem, do we have any more of these shirts left?
The Alex? Good question. Let me check real quick.
Well, you can always go to our site right down here, scrolling at the bottom, pick up any of the shirts that we
and look up the stock.
What's that?
Give me a second. I'll do a quick stock check on that. It won't take me. Well, it'll take me like a minute because I have to bring up the damn site.
Yeah, any of the Gundam shirts that you've seen us wear, you should be able to find them on our site, except for the purple one that Jeremy's wearing.
Yeah, Jeremy's wearing one that's
I can't show my
special design that we're not selling.
There we go. The Haman shirt. You can just message me, and I'll take care of that order for you. And you can just find me on Instagram, AngelDLC51, and message me for that. And anyone just join us, sorry, we're trying to get some videos loaded here for the first panel. So sorry for the technical difficulties.
Everything's breaking, guys.
Of course, it's the third day. Why wouldn't it break?
Blame it on the weather.
Is your power supply shot?
Did you restart the computer?
No, I updated the drivers and it did its thing, but it's still not good. I don't know why. And now one of my videos play.
What are you guys trying to do? I'll put the elevator music right on if you want. That's easy.
I can barely hear you, but we're trying to play some. There's some videos for the panel that we need to play.
Or if Jeremy and Clem are there, they can start doing the Not-Gunpla.
You guys want to do the Not-Gunpla?
We can.
All right.
While you guys figure out in the background, that way we don't waste time and kind of swap up things. So if you guys are looking forward to the diorama, that's gonna be pushed until after they figure out how to get that going. So in the meantime, we will be going to this. Let me swap out to.
I need to do the slide first.
You guys got a slide rolled up?
Yeah, or it's on the desktop. Oh.
It's on the desktop?
No, it's in the drive. Okay.
We're going to cue it up right now. Clem, you have the music?
It's on.
Okay. All right. I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here.
Okay.
Did you read this?
No, not yet.
Clem, you muted the music when you muted your mic.
Shit, I forgot about that.
You broke the slideshow.
All right, guys, we're unmuted. All right. So there we go for that. Those are all the entries.
For which category again?
That was for Not-Gunpla.
All right.
All right, so let's go over the winners here. We have all three of the judges here.
Not winners. Top 5.
What? Oh, top five. What are, okay.
That was your idea too.
Oh, Clem's doing it? Okay. All right, let's just put Clem on. There we go.
So, just starting off, these are our top 5 picks from the entire category. So I'm just gonna kind of scroll, and Jeremy, jump in with what you like about this kit. Let's see if I could.
You know what? We had a lot of Maquet kits come into this category. We even contemplated a possible split, but we were like, that's too much work. But of all of the Maquet kits in here, the weathering on the ones that we have in our top 5 were really, really well executed. Very lifelike. Everything seems realistic. In a sense that you can get, these things. This extra guy that he had here was really done in his highlights and shadow washes on the uniform and the skin tone.
His cigarette.
Yeah, the cigarette. Yeah.
Little plastic people.
Correct.
Yeah, am I right? Yeah.
No, you're Freddy.
The fact that he gave the suit pilot a little side eye gives the whole diorama a lot of character. He could have just painted the eyeballs straight on, but him glancing to the left it tells a story, or it adds additional story to.
Kevin David, little plastic people.
It's really nice.
Sorry if the scroll is kind of clunky, but I want you guys to see the entire kit and what we're looking at. And if you guys want us to zoom and whatnot,
Scrolling looks smooth on my end, so I think it's okay.
Okay, it might be just the rendering on my side. So yeah, if you look at the eyes of this, it's pretty cool. Really well done kit. And that cigarette is, that was pretty damn cool for me. I like, little details like that, that, really kind of helps that story. So this is, we had Hang on 2 days ago to talk about old kits. So he built this. This is his Maquet kit. And he loves building Maquet kits. There's a lot of scratch building involved in this one. I think the figure was made by him as well. And I believe this is all hand painted.
Yeah, just the amount of detail on that is insane.
The little grime wash that he did there, if folks call it gunk wash, is it's the right level. That's one of those things that's I consider high risk, high reward, because there's a fine line between going too much and just enough. And a lot of the times you see it just going too far, but this one works out really, really well.
Yeah, because gunk washes can hide a lot of stuff and go south. So I'm glad that this is really well executed. His this cockpit opens up and he has this pilot inside as well. So you saw the previous pictures where the cockpit's closed up and we don't get to see this pilot. So that's a little bit of detail that when you decide to pose a kit, whether you have it opened up or not, which is pretty cool. I mean, by itself, closed up, it looks really, really nice. Then he has the cockpit detail, which is really cool. All the decals are nicely done.
Yeah. The one of the things that you don't see a lot of in his little diorama here the fact that he gives extra height to the suit versus this guy on the ground lends a lot to how dynamic the entry is. So when you have things that are on two different levels like this, it allows your eyes to roam around. And when your eyes roam around, you tend to catch more details. So you start, depending on your personal preference, you'll start at one point and then realize there's another focal point somewhere else. And when your eyes wander, you'll tend to notice a lot more details. So doing something like that's really subtle. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's intended, but it works to the entrant's favor when it comes to folks judging or even people just viewing their kits. But when you allow the eye to follow a path, it allows them to take in more of the entry.
Cool. This next one is built. He's a local guy.
Yeah, it's Dalton, High Arc Foundry.
Yeah, and you can see his style in all the kits that he builds. So it's kind of cool that some of the builders that we have, when they enter, they've been coming to SCGMC for years now, and posting online and whatnot. And you could definitely see a particular style that a lot of these builders will, get into, which is kind of cool. It's almost like a signature. And when you look at a kit, it's like, okay, I know who the builder is just by looking at the style and how it's done.
Yeah, it's very easy to tell, oh, that's a kit by High Arc.
Yeah. He was in a couple other categories that we focused on, and you'll notice that his weathering style is very uniform across all of the entries that he did. There's a good focus on multicolor chipping and weathering. So when you have pieces that are ground down to bare metal or are supposed to simulate being ground down to bare metal, it's not just two colors. It's not just the paint and the metal. There's degradations of the paint color all the way down to the bare metal, which it's something that a lot of people miss when they weather their kits. When you look at real life things, they're never two colors. They're always like 6 or 7 colors if you really get down to it and pay attention to how the colors lay down. So again, well done weathering. Easy to do, hard to master, in my opinion.
This was a tough category to judge.
It was.
I mean, we got down to, minor little, nitpicks just to figure out who.
Yeah. I think our top 3 was only split by a few points. So
yeah,
correct.
Pretty.
So this next one's by Chris Squee, Scope Dog. You see, you don't see the whole kit yet, but you can see that there's a lot of little details added to this kit. If you're not familiar with any of the Scope Dog kits, you should go to Squee's site and check out all the little details he's done to this kit. I know Squee's on the chat, so I'm going to ask a question that we had a question about with some of our judges. It's not necessarily negative, but it's a question that we kind of had when we were judging this.
Which question is that? You talking about this particular one?
This kit.
The one we were talking about?
I'll get to that picture.
All right.
Oh, hopefully I'll get to that picture soon. I don't see, because I'm not doing a slideshow thing. I'm just going through the pictures that I saved off on my computer. And I hope they're in order, because some of the pictures are actually not in order, so they might jump around. So apologies for that. But yeah, of course, missed those pictures will show up later on. This is Mike Wine's diorama. So if you guys haven't seen Mandalorian episode, season 1, episode 7, or maybe it was 9. I don't remember.
One of the last ones.
It was one of the last ones, 9 or 10, or no, there's only 8, right?
Yeah, so I think it's 8.
Yeah, so this is 7 or 8, and this is when they punch the baby. So Mike Wine did an amazing job on this, and he also has a very distinct style. If you've seen any of his other dioramas, they all have a very similar style to
Right.
how they execute it as well.
And-
So his weathering.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way, but weathering, typically you don't see a lot of heavy weathering in Mike Wine's builds. At least the ones he's done lately. I think what was his one entry a few years ago with the RX Grandpa and the Zaku? That one was really nice weathering, but everything that he's done since then has kind of been relatively
More subtle.
Yeah. So one of the things that I really liked here is that when it comes to dust weathering, it's real easy to get it wrong. We've seen some in the Star Wars category and the Not a Gundam category in our live SCGMC events, and it's kind of easy to see the difference in getting dirty weathering versus rust and wear, but getting dirt weathering done well versus not done well.
So Squee had or Chris had a question. Was this sculpted? I believe the child was sculpted.
Oh, he sculpted it.
The head was printed, and I think the rest was sculpted. The bag definitely.
Okay, 3D printed.
I think so.
The head was printed, the body was sculpted, the bag was sculpted. If
Okay.
you paid attention during the
I don't remember.
Bandai Star Wars Day.
I didn't watch the Star Wars Day.
Thanks for your support, buddy. Yeah.
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so.
I'm in your house.
Oh, get the fuck out.
TFO, bro.
Babies everywhere here.
Hey, The Mandalorian is really good. It's just the other movies aren't. Whatever.
We get it. You're a hentai tentacle nerd. No other fandoms allowed.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, I'm more of a Stargate person, not Star Wars.
This is a Sith
Oh,
app.
You're digging it.
You're
deep,
not making
bro.
this any better.
There was a collective groan there from everybody internally.
Yeah, Mike.
There was a collective groan on the chat when you said
Right.
that.
By himself on the couch.
And these Bandai Star Wars 1/12 scale guys are real. They look really good out of the box. So you might even miss the fact that Mike went and hid all of the joints on the sneakers. You don't see any of those knee, ankle joints showing. They sculpted everything sealed, which is one of those little details that you normally wouldn't give too much concern over, but doing that's kind of, in my opinion, kind of going up above and beyond, I guess. Like I said, they look good right out of the box. Yeah.
But fixed posing this and hiding all those those joint movement areas, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I mean, stuff like this where that this arm here moves.
Yeah.
And the fact that he puttied over it, sculpted over it, and fixed posed it, that's another addition to the work that was put into this. Okay, so we move on, and we're going back to Squeeze work. So this is where we can poke fun at Chris for.
That was the last one.
So here's cockpit open. Was that Jeremy?
No, I was going to say something, but I ended up talking over you, so I stopped.
Say something.
Okay, so in regards to Chris's paint application on the Scope Dog is something that I've been playing with, and I know a couple other builders have been toying with. I wouldn't call it color modulation. It's more like the airplane guys and tank guys use it, and I know some of them refer to it as black basing, where they'll prime their aircraft in all black, and then they'll paint white squiggles to modulate the color and give it variance. So he's done it here with his kit, and I know we haven't seen it in too many other mobile suit kits. But if you scroll up a little bit, Clem, this one's like that little armor piece on the on that side of the leg. So there's kind of like cheetah spots on it.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job of breaking up solid color.
As Chris said, he used a smoke stencil to do this.
Right. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the company, but I've got a couple different size ones of that that I bought to work on a F-14.
So to put Chris on the spot, this I didn't even notice, but Jeremy noticed this. The difference in color tones. Was this purposeful, or was this? Did you miss that? He's looking up the company. He got it from a UK company last year. He's looking at that as I'm asking a question about, did you screw this up?
Way to call him out, man.
Well, I mean, Chris is used to me screwing or messing with him and calling him out on stuff. So first time I met him at Comic-Con in New York, I called him out on a bunch of other stuff too. So, but that's kind of how I roll.
He's East Coast, right?
Huh?
He's East Coast.
Yeah, he's East Coast.
All right, so I think that was the last photo, right?
Was that 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, yeah, that was 5 entries. Yeah.
That was our
Was that our 5? Yeah, that's our 5.
All right, so next we're going to go over to Emily. Hopefully we have all the technical issues figured out.
Did you say technical?
He definitely said tentacle.
Oh, God. I need something. I've been running around.
Take a sip of that
All right,
Starbucks
so
there, Becky.
you ready for the panel?
All right, hold on. Let me add Emily here. Emily, you there?
Yes. Hi.
Okay, all right.
Oh God.
Hey, girl.
All right, so when you're ready.
I got con crud at this virtual con.
Oh man.
All right, this should work now.
Did someone say Corona?
Nah, I got a blue moon.
No audio.
You may need to turn up your volume for the video.
Volume is maxed. I don't know how to fix that then.
All right, let me try Angels real quick. 1 second.
We have a second version ready to go.
All right, Angel, hit it.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Diorama Rama.
All right, we'll go with Angels. He's got the audio working.
For the Southern California Gundam modeling competition. I'm happy to be back, even if it is just for a virtual pre-recorded panel. I am doing a pre-recorded panel this year rather than
Check
doing
the video.
live because I'm going to do a bit more hands-on demonstration stuff that takes a lot longer than this panel would actually allow for. Nobody wants to sit around watching resin hours. Do you? Should I just stream resin drying for 8 hours? Let me know. I might do that. Could be fun. Anyway, as you can see in front of me here, I've got this mega size Zaku 2. This is just kind of hastily thrown together just so I can have it built for reference for the project that I'm mainly going to be focusing on in this panel. Why did I choose a mega size? Why the hell not? I like big stuff, so I went with the biggest I could get, and nobody was selling the 112. Someone sell me a 112 so I can do a diorama with it. All right, so one thing I've noticed with a lot of my builds is that they're getting hard to display because I like to do big dioramas. You may have seen them before at SCGMC or here on the screen. Behold, editing magic. Woo! Woo! Anyway, so this time I made sure to grab one of my shelves for one of the IKEA cabinets that I use, which is a Vesta. This one is obviously still in its wrapping. So. But what I did was I took a piece of plywood and I cut it to size so that it would be conveniently enough the right size. So now I have my baseboard, and I know that it'll be big enough to fit within my shelf. So I know I can build based on that. And basically what I want to do is I'm going to have the Zaku tube over here in the corner. I'm going to have a small creek, river, water reservoir sort of thing going on, running along here. And a road leading up to the encampment with some Xeon soldiers there, which I've got a bunch of 148 soldiers, so those will be placed there. I'll build up a little encampment, put a couple of them will be working on maintenance for this thing, and the Zaku will be painted in leather to go along with all of it. There'll also be a bit of a cliffside behind the Zaku here, just so it's not all just like a flat plane. Now, to do that build up, though, I'm going to need something to build up with. And the best thing that I find for that is extruded polystyrene, which is these pink foam sheets that you can pick up at any home improvement store. You might be able to find one on Amazon as well. Generally speaking, like Home Depot and Lowe's will sell you them in big 4-foot by 8-foot sheets, which are great if you have a car that can carry that and not like a VW Beetle, or if you're building like a wargaming terrain and you need that massive footprint for it. For most dioramas, though, you're probably not going to need that much, and it's going to be just more convenient to not get a huge sheet of it. Thankfully, they also do sell these convenient 2-foot by 2-foot segments of it for like $5. So that's what I did. Is I bought a bunch of those. I cut one down to the size of the board already, just to have it ready to go. Now, I'm going to also, before I do anything else, take a box cutter here, which is what I use to cut out the initial shape of this. And I'm just going to lightly score some basic design work into where I want everything, really, just to give me a placement idea. Now, I haven't glued this down yet, which I'll do in a minute, but I want to do this first, so if I screw it up, I can flip it over and use the other side, or grab another sheet, or whatnot. That's how this works. So I'm going to start with the creaky river bed. It's not going to be too terribly large, but it is, 1/48 scale, so it is going to be a little big. If this was like a 1/144 scale thing, it would definitely be a river, but since it's only 1/48, it's more of a creek. I am going to do some water effects, so you'll be able to see that in a little bit when I get to it. And I'm just taking several light passes. You want to make sure to use a nice, sharp, fresh blade when you're doing this. It gives you a much better cut. I'm not. But you want to make sure to do it, because, do as I say, not as I do. You should also not cut toward yourself. That's also a very bad thing. And once again, one of those, do as I say, not as I do. But it does honestly give me better control if I cut towards myself. Only it's easier to push it. So be careful. Don't cut your fingers off. Don't tell my husband I did this. I'm sure he's watching them. You generally want to try to get this as smooth as you can. Sometimes the blade will kick a bit, and that's okay. You can still fix this later, and we're going to do a lot of stuff to go over this. So it doesn't matter really how rough it currently looks, as long as you kind of get what you're going for. Not throw the Zaku on the floor, that'd be bad. I want you kind of to get it cut. And you can kind of break it apart like so. And now I've got my water section cut out like so. Pretty easy. I'm going to go back over this edge to give it a little bit more of an angle. Also, just kind of smooth out some of those burrs. Also recommend using a better knife than this one, because this one doesn't want to really keep the blade locked, and that's kind of annoying when you're trying to cut stuff at a desired length or angle. Now, this will also make a huge mess, which everything that you will see me do today will likely result in a massive mess. So make sure that if you care about the floor of the room in which you're doing this in, unlike me, you make sure to put like a drop cloth or some newspaper or something, just to catch anything that might spill or fall and whatnot. Otherwise, you can prepare to do a lot of vacuuming later. I intend to replace the floor in this office at some point, so I don't care. Now, as you can see, I've got that there. And what I'm going to use to tack this down now is called styro glue. It's glue. It's meant for styrofoam, which is fundamentally styrofoam. So I'll just use this to tack it down. Fresh bottle. Fundamentally, this is basically a PVA. It dries clear. You could use Elmer's glue. You could use wood glue. You could use spray adhesive. You could use styrofoam. Yeah, styrofoam. Super glue. Now, say you can use spray adhesive, but generally you don't want to, because aerosol will react to foam like this, and it will emit some nice toxic fumes that you want to make sure that you're in a nice, well-ventilated area. You're going to deal with that and want to do it later. So generally it's better to use a liquid glue. A liquid glue. When you want to adhere foam to something. And just make sure that everything is aligned back in, however you want. And now I'm going to put some weight down onto this to make sure everything stays in place. It's nice and happy. Grabbing some random objects from off my table here. And this will take a little bit to dry, so we'll be back in a moment.
Alright, so as you can see, I've laid out the foam and gotten it pretty much where I want it to be. Nice tack down. I added a little bit more to the side as well to give me kind of a mountainy build up behind the Zaku, just to add a bit more interest over there. Next, I'm going to be doing the actual initial ground layer. For this, I will be using a product called Sculptamold. This is a powder that gets activated by water. There's a number of things you could use for this. I've used drywall joint compound in the past. Plaster cloth is also very good. This has a fiber built into it, like mixed into the powder. So it gives a lot of structure and rigidity. And all you have to do is just mix it up with water. You want it to get to kind of a moist consistency, not too soggy, not too dry. It might take you a little bit to get the gist of what exactly you need, but hey, play with it a bit. One benefit that it does have to the other methods, though, is that you can make up as much or as little as you need at a time. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of spreading it around with my hands. You want to make sure you're wearing gloves because it will get messy and get everywhere. But that's true for any of the methods I mentioned. And just basically just kind of pat it down into wherever you need it to be. Spread it out as best you can. You don't want to really slide your can around too much because you will pull it up and off. So just kind of dab it into place with your fingers and sculpt out however you want it to be done. Because it has the fibers built into it, it will actually allow for a bit of an overhang and build out from any structure that you've pre-built. So that lets you get a little bit of those nice kind of rocky walls and whatnot that you would expect to see in nature. And I just keep building it up and building it up and building it up. If you're like me and you work in a studio with an overhead fan, make sure you turn it off while you're doing this, or else you'll get little bits of powder just kind of strewn about the entire room. Don't ask me how I know about this, just learn from my experiences. For the riverbed section, I'll make sure to really pack it into the sides to create a good seal. You want to try to make sure, both when you're gluing and when you're doing this step, that the resin that you're going to be pouring later doesn't get underneath the foam structure, because then it has the potential of leaking out and creating a giant mess. And you won't know until you start, and it's too late. So just be careful. One other thing I probably should have done before I did this layer was score up the foam a little bit, just to give a little bit more grip for the Sculptamold to grab onto. It's not 100% necessary, just one of those little things that can be helpful. you can start to see the buildup on my gloves, which is definitely the reason why I wear gloves, because otherwise that's all in my hand, and that's significantly more of a pain in the ass to have to clean in between refilling and whatnot, because you don't want to get moisture into your bag of sculpture mold and ruin the whole rest of the batch, because kind of defeats the purpose of using it in the first place over, say, plaster or drywall compound. For this last batch of sculpt mold mixture, I did go heavier on the water in the mix. This makes it take longer to cure in those sections, and it loses a bit of the rigidity that you would get from having less water, so it doesn't work as well for doing overhanging structure work, but it's really good for just covering up these last few sections where I just need to fill in some spots. So for this next stage, I'm using a mixture of 3 parts water, 1 part Mod Podge to Mod Podge matte to make a scenic glue, and I will be spraying a variety of ballast, small rocks over the area to give it a more of a natural texture. The sculpted mold creates a nice rocky look to it, but this will create more of a natural dirt look to it and help transition between different forms of ground terrain. I also have a spray bottle of isopropyl alcohol. That was fun trying to get in a pandemic, but hey, I got some. So what that does is you spray it onto the rocks before doing a layer of scenic cement, and it helps the cement break the surface tension and get pulled down in between the different rocks, giving you a stronger, better hold. And you basically you're going to coat the whole damn thing in both glue and alcohol throughout doing this. Make sure to be in a ventilated area because, you don't want to just be breathing in alcohol constantly. Now, if I was fancy, I'd make a proper spreader out of a spray bottle, a spray can cap, and a piece of pantyhose. But I'm not that fancy, so I just kind of shift it around carefully with my hand. The spray bottle I'm using for my cement is also acting up here. Ideally, you'd want it to just kind of like mist over the area like the isopropyl is. But for whatever reason, that one just doesn't want to do that and is kind of just giving me squirts instead of a proper spread. Still works, it's just not ideal because the spread can have just enough pressure to actually move stuff out of alignment from where you want it. But not that big a deal, at least not for this project. All right, I've primed it at this point with a nice kind of gray, white color. And I'm going to start painting using a combination of alcohol inks. These are just artist inks that you can pick up at Blick or Michael's or any art supply store. And I generally do like, I want to say 1-to-1 alcohol water just to thin it down quite a bit. And this is kind of creating a wash to a degree, or a bit like Games Workshop's contrast paints, where you've got a very thin, heavily pigmented color. And I'm just kind of letting that run down through wherever I'm brushing. So I'm going on kind of heavy, just letting gravity and capillary action do the trick to give me the pigmentation that I want in these areas. I'm starting off with kind of a reddish clay brown, because I'm aiming to make this look very Texas or American Southwest ground terrain, which in those areas, if you dig down a lot, you'll not even very far, you'll just start getting clay. So it makes sense for a riverbed to be very heavily clay-based exposure. The rest of the areas will have more of a dirt look to it, but Texas, clay. If I was doing like a Florida-based one, it would very much be like sand and then, oh god, more water. But if it's elsewhere in the country, it's going to be more of a brown dirt look pretty consistently down everywhere. This is kind of a yellow ochre that I'm adding in now, which I believe is more of my primary color for this groundwork. And again, it's all watered down. Capillary action pulls it down into the recesses and helps mix together. And it's one of those things that it looks really bad to start with, and then as you build up your layers of it and let it dry, it starts to really pop and come out together, and you're like, oh, thank God that worked. But so don't be too afraid if you do this and you don't get the results that you want right away. Keep working with it. Let it sit for a bit, let it dry, come back, see where you can improve. And now I'm using more of a dark brown to get a lot more shading in there, and this is more of my proper dark dirt top areas. And I am primarily using a hand brush for this to get the effect that I want. You could do it with an airbrush, but I find that for these more natural rock looks, you want to at least do initial hand brush portion of it to get the drips and the recesses to make it look a bit more natural. You may also notice I'm using just a cheap garbage Tamiya brush because this doesn't need to be precision. This isn't something where you go dig out your proper, miniature hand painting brushes or anything. You just a decently sized flat brush is a good tool for this job. And again, it's not precision work. It's just kind of splatter it and see what happens. Now mixing up a bit of gray, just black, white ink, some water. There's not much to it. It's just gray. And this picks up a bit, gives you a bit more of the regular rock color that you come to expect, like more of a slate, I guess. You don't want to really go too heavy with this any spot, but it also adds a bit more shading as well to it, darkening some areas. Adding a bit more visual interest. And now to finish it off, I'll be airbrushing the larger sections. And I'm just using the exact same stuff that I was using earlier. It just now I'm doing it with an airbrush, just to get these larger, more flat areas colored in quickly. And the nice thing about these artist inks is that you don't actually need to thin them any to airbrush with them. They'll just straight out of the bottle, airbrush great. And they just clean up with isopropyl alcohol. And as you can see, I do go over some of the spots I had done previously with the more washy inks. And I do just try to blend the colors together a bit. This is all stuff I could have done hand brushing as well. It's just a little bit quicker to do it with the airbrush. So I opted for that rather than spend another couple hours doing it with the hand brush. Finishing up the airbrushing with some more lighter brown, just a mixture of white and brown. Actually using the Mighty One Hobby Pro Acrylics for this one. And then dry brushing on to where I want the rock facings to be, with a bit of actual gray. And for these last little sections, I use regular hobby paints, just because they're a bit thicker and they work a bit better for these specific purposes. I don't quite want it to blend as much as the alcohols will blend together. I just need that extra thickness to really cover the surface area. And just lots of dry brushing. Dry brushing is a very easy technique. You just take a bit of paint on your brush, you brush it off on a paper towel so you don't really have too much there, and you lightly brush over the edges of your subject, and it just picks up the highlights and gives you a really nice effect. So here you can see I've got the models back in place to try to give me an idea of where everything's going to go, and I'm using some flock tufts from Army Painter. And these just go on with a little bit of PVA glue. Got a big bottle of Elmer's here for that purpose. And I'm not going to cover the entire board with these. I'm just going to kind of pick out select spots. And I've got, I think, 5 different types of tufts that I'm using and just kind of mixing together, spreading out to give me a variety of color and style of grass. Because again, this is intended to be more American Southwest. There's not going to be a huge lot of plant life, especially near a military encampment. You're going to have a lot of soldiers walking around, stepping in through the grass, killing it with fumes and chemicals from the maintenance on the mobile suits and any other vehicles that they happen to have. Just lots of wear and tear. But there will be the occasional scruffy bit of grass that just persists. now that pretty much everything else in the ground layer is done, it's going to be time to start the water effects. So you can see here that I am using some painter's tape to tape the two ends of the creek as kind of like stoppers. Now these dams are pretty easy to do, but they are always a little bit risky. You just put painter's tape down, you trim the edges a bit to get you close to where the edge of your actual project is, and then you're going to want to smear wood glue around the edges of the tape and the board to create kind of a seal. As you can see, I'm just using another disposable brush to really spread that in good. And you want to make sure that you let the glue and the tape adhere for quite a bit before you start your actual resin pour. I believe I gave this a good 3 hours to fully dry before actually starting with the resin. And then I moved the piece of cardboard underneath the project to hopefully catch any spills if anything leaks out, because you never know. You never know exactly how watertight you made the board. Now, what I'm using here is 2-part epoxy resin from Upstart Epoxy. These very nice clear resin intended for countertops. I really like using countertop resin for my water effects over the stuff from, say, Woodland Scenics, as I know that this will dry clear. It's intended to never be affected by UV, so it should not yellow in the end, and it should end up drying very hard and durable, so I don't have to worry about it cracking or breaking when I move the diorama around or take it to shows. Mixing resin for this purpose is pretty easy. It's just a 1-to-1 mixture. And for this, I added a very, very small amount of pigment to the mixture as well to give it a slight dirty brown water color. It's kind of hard to say exactly how much you really need to add to it, but it's way less than you think you do. Even a drop is probably too much. I just kind of get a bit onto a popsicle stick by rubbing at the edge of the bottle top and then mixing that into it to give me the ever so slight hint of color. It's very easy to put too much pigment into a resin mixture, at which point you basically have to start over from scratch because you can't pull pigment out. Once you're mixed it a good amount, you just pour it into your display, and it will self-level a bit, so you don't have to worry about that too much, but you do want to make sure your table is at least level to begin with. Here I'm going over the surface with a heat gun. This draws up any bubbles in the mixture to the surface, makes them pop. And you want to make sure you do this for probably about the first half hour. Just go back over it every now and then with the heat gun, pop any bubbles, make sure you get it all out to not ruin your effect in the end. Generally, you don't want to pour more than about 1/8 of an inch at any given time because it will affect the curing process. And that's 1/8 of an inch deep. Length doesn't matter. You can pour as long or wide as you want. It's just the depth that can be problematic. If you need to do a deeper pour than that, you can do it in sections or layers. Generally, every 4 to 6 hours, you can add another layer easily. After that point, you need to sand the surface, clean it up with some mineral spirits, and then you can pour your next layer because it will just have cured too much. It is a 24-hour cure time on this before it becomes completely rock solid, but it does take about, like I said, 4 or 6 hours, and it's mostly solid at that point. You'd be able to add a second layer to it. If you can, you want to try to cover your project with either a box or a bin or something at this point to prevent any dust or animal hair from getting into the resin while it's curing. Worst case, just make sure to close all your doors and whatnot to prevent anybody from getting in. Do make sure to have good ventilation though while doing this. It's not necessarily super toxic. It is very fumy though, and it will have quite a smell that lingers for some time while it's curing. As you can see here, the resin is drying pretty nicely. Nice, smooth, level, no leaks. Always thankful for no leaks. Now that it's been 24 hours, you can see that the water has fully dried. It's got kind of a nice ambery yellow, dirty watercolor to it, while still being pretty clear. And for the next section, I'm going to be adding some waves to give more of a realistic look, because it's not going to just stay perfectly level in nature. There's always going to be at least a slight breeze. And to do this, I use Mod Podge gloss, and I just kind of smear it over the surface, and then I hit it with an air gun to just give me some ripples and wave effects. It's very subtle. It takes quite a bit to do the full thing. You just keep adding more and more Mod Podge as you go along to give you this effect. And as it dries, it will turn clear. But while it's uncured, it's this nice white color. It makes it very easy to see what you've done, where you need to do more, where you need to work on it. And yeah, just slather the Mod Podge all over the surface. Hit it with the spray gun. Just bam, bam, bam. Works great. And if you need to go back later and you're like, I don't really like how it looks in this area, you can actually peel the Mod Podge gloss off the top of the resin surface and completely redo it, or you can add a bit more and just kind of build it up to create bigger waves. But since this is just a creek, I want to kind of keep it to be pretty shallow waves. Lastly is peeling off the tape on the edges. And I take a hobby knife to the edge of the water effect, just because there will be a slight lip there from where the resin has cured. And it can be kind of sharp, so this just bevels it out, smooths it out, makes it nice and decent. Let the Mod Podge cure for about 24 hours, and you've got nice, watery, wavy effect. And at this point, the base of the diorama is complete. I will, of course, be painting the Zaku and the figures, and I'll probably be building a small bridge to go over that over the river. But that's all stuff for another time. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And if you'd like to see more stuff like this, make sure to follow me on YouTube and Twitter. I'm, again, Cyporian. If you have any questions about any of the techniques that I've used in this video, or you want to know how something is done in more specifics, feel free to reach out, send me a message. I'm always happy to help people learn. You can also check out Gunpla 101. I do a number of articles on there, and I'll be doing one as well as a written tutorial on how to do water effects. Thanks for watching.
All right, now we can hear you.
All right, so yeah.
Hey, thanks, Emily.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
All right, go ahead and do a quick. If you want to shout anything out, go ahead.
Buy my prints. Like, go buy my 3D prints. isekaiheavyindustries.com.
All right, cool. All right, so next up,
If you need anything 3D printed, I'm happy to do that as well.
Okay.
I think, Emily, you have a really cute armored pangolin.
Yeah, go ahead, Fred. Go.
Huh?
Yeah, it's somewhere here.
It's so cute.
Okay. That's cool. All right.
I love that.
Clem, Jeremy, I'm going to kick you guys out so I can bring in everyone else for the next panel. All right. Thanks again, Emily. All right. So let's welcome to the stream. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, everybody. V.
Welcome to Critical Builds.
Welcome
to the Kodokai Robo Dojo.
Wet Palette Sundays.
Hold on.
All your entries. Suckers.
All right, the first
What's
person,
up, everyone? I'm
Z,
Z,
go ahead.
aka Ronin, and yeah, that's my intro. What else do you want to know?
A little bit about yourself, bud.
Everything.
What's going on, guys? Welcome
Next
to
up, Julio.
SCGMC Day 3 of Ver Cove. I hate it here, but I hope to see you guys next year. Thanks for watching.
Pabs in high definition today.
Next up, we have Chris.
Yeah, I was here yesterday. What's up? Chris _ Pabs. Again. Yeah, hopefully we can have some good discussions, and I'm a little bit tipsy right now, so let's get this rolling. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we drank it today.
We on West Coast time.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Which one of us?
It was me. He paid $20 to me.
He's laughing.
All right, and finally, we have...
Hold up. What's one
Brian.
of the Frontier baseball caps? There you go. How about that one?
See,
you can get this one from I think it's Floss Pick, and those guys over there at
Dungeon Ruins.
Yeah, Dungeon Ruins. They have a lot of cool stuff. Check them out. It's good. It's actually fucking embroidered. It's really, really nice. My name is Brian. I go by Bro Builder on the interwebs. Welcome to SCGMC Day 3. Yes, it sucks to be fucking quarantined up in this bitch, but next year we're going to be in force. Models everywhere. Craziness. It's going to be awesome. However, tonight, what are we here to talk about, Z?
it's going to be pretty crazy tonight as well. So today we're going to talk about getting involved in and being a part of the bigger community outside of just yourself building at your hobby station. The kind of the ins and outs of the do's and don'ts and things like that. I've got some notes here, and I've asked some cohorts to join me because, of course, we're talking about community. We're talking about friends, right? So first, I want to go through like the do's, and then I want to go through the don'ts. And Miguel, thank you for paying $20. I did not see it, but I would be happy to take more money off your hands.
You're not getting a T-shirt for that.
So first and foremost, guys, the easiest way to kind of help grow your community, whether it's a community of 1, 5, 10, 20, whatever, is to just get involved and be involved. And what I mean by that is find local builds, group builds, look into kind of your social media network as far as Discords and IG and places like this where it's YouTube, and competitions like just like this one where it's a gathering of some of the most talented people in the country just coming together to show off not only their skill set but their knowledge, right? So get involved, and I'll let the rest of the guys kind of touch on that topic as well. But that's what I kind of mean is, first and foremost, is just see what is out there and start being a part of it.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway for kind of my road to being a part of this community is don't be afraid to share. Like, share your stuff. Be confident in what you're doing and talk about what you're doing. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and kind of not be afraid to learn from others as you continue doing this and trying something new and all that stuff. It's not really about having a following, it's about having friends. So at least for me anyway. So.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into some of that a little bit later too. So Julio, Brian, when you guys got anything on that?
Yo, jump in everyone's DMs, tell them hello. Wow. My name is
in a
this.
nice way.
My name is
that. It's really just putting yourself out there and trying to not display yourself as something that you aren't, but trying to be an authentic version of yourself towards your friends, because these aren't just people on the internet. Sooner or later you're gonna meet them. So be yourself. Definitely be yourself. If they don't like it, there's other people.
That's kind of like a life lesson or life rule for me. Like, learn that a little bit later on than I should have, was to just like be okay with being myself and not try and be somebody that I think somebody else wants me to be, and then like I'm not perfect at all, and you guys know I'm full of flaws because I hang out with these guys all the time, and I like to and that's the thing, I'm super open and love to hang out with anybody else too and share ideas. That's how you grow as an individual. But yeah, you just have to like put yourself out there, and it sucks. Like, it's really hard, and it's hard to expose your sides and make yourself vulnerable in that way. But like, if you're really like, let's say you're fucking lonely, like, what do you expect? So yeah, anyway, that's what I
and this hobby is something you can do by yourself, but obviously it's something more enjoyable when you do it with other like-minded people. So Miguel, yeah, but you know what? That's we're gonna have some shenanigans from the Critical Builds folks out there in the comments, but that's a part of it. You put yourself out there, and joking or not joking, shit's gonna come your way, the good and the bad, and you gotta learn to kind of take that. Which kind of leads me into the next talking point for the dudes is finding like-minded people. The guys have kind of touched on it a little bit. You're going to want to find like-minded people who not only enjoy kind of building the same things you're building or having the same interests, but also have a growth mindset. So if you're looking to kind of say, hey, listen, I've been straight building for a little while, and I'm now starting to get into kind of doing a little bit more custom work. Who do I need to kind of connect with to help me grow? So, right. So find like-minded people, whether that's regional, whether that's national, whether it's international. And again, you're going to kind of find that by going back to step one, right? Is by getting out there. So what you need to do is focus on making friends, not a following, like these guys had said, right? When you do that, you're going to find growth. You're going to find growth in your personal life and in your hobby life. And so that's step number 2.
Yeah, let's be honest. 2020 has been a bit of a clusterfuck, right?
Put it nicely.
A little bit, yeah. Just a tiny microscopic kind of thing happening where everybody's just stuck at home, and everybody has kind of been cut off from a lot of their loved ones and friends and family and stuff. I'll be, to be completely honest and frank, these guys around me right now have made things a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, that goes for everybody, and everybody in the chat, everybody kind of, those Gundam guys, the whole crew there, like we've, in the
Them, not
last
so much.
6 to 8 months, we've all found ways to kind of just communicate with one another, find out. We met once, we hung out for a few days, and then that relationship started to grow, and we started to find out who we really are over the past, like I said, 6 to 8 months. And now everybody kind of here are people who I call friends, family, or as I like to say, my clan. That's who we are, right? So find like-minded people. Julio, Brian.
From that interaction from Critical Builds, where you were completely honest with what you thought of someone's work, that grew a bond in itself. So don't take criticism as insulting you. It's just how they see your work, and it's I mean, you may take it as a bad thing, but it's just criticism. It's something you can work on, something you can get better at, something that person who said that can help you with. Don't take it to heart. Really, don't take it to heart. It's something we're working on. It's not you.
It's super hard, right? It's really, really hard to not take criticism to heart, especially, like, I would like to think that, not bad criticism. Fuck bad criticism. If you're going to give bad criticism, fuck stay home, man. Nobody wants to hear your shit. Sit down, man. Sit the fuck down. All right. So, like, let's try to, to me, I'm kind of like positive to a disgusting point sometimes, but like, just try to do good. Like, there was a book called The Noble Truth or something like that, right? The Four Agreements. The Four Agreements. And like, one of them is like, speak no evil. So like, don't put the bad out there, then it won't be out there, right? If you I don't like it. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm getting rude.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, if I knew how to do marbling, I've never attempted it. I know the theory. I would be happy to help anybody that I can. And then, so moving on, and we'll get back to what we're talking about here on point 4. But so once you've kind of found what's out there, and then you're starting to kind of find your groove with like-minded people, the next step is connect the dots. So you've got a group here locally that's into what you're doing. Then you've got a group regionally kind of that's into what you're doing. And you're talking to some international folks who are doing what you're doing. You can't live in those little silos. You have to take all those people, because these are your friends, and now these are your friends, and these are your friends. And you got to find a way to be able to kind of connect all those people as well, right? That's part of being a good friend, because you're like, hey, I like this, and this person like this, and this person like this, but they don't know each other, right? And imagine what comes out of these guys getting to hang out and talking, right? So start connecting the dots of all your little groups and communities, and make it larger. Like, the world is only as big as you want it to be. Make that big world smaller. Okay? So connect the dots, and you're going to have more intimate conversations, gatherings, and you're going to start kind of pushing away the things that don't matter, the things that are kind of fluff, and really start to kind of see the good and the growth come out of that. So
yeah,
put all the pieces together.
To piggyback off that, I think a lot of people kind of gloss over this often whenever you do stuff, where you're trying to connect the dots. Be proactive. Be the one to organize build meetups or virtual build meetups right now. Be the one to introduce people to each other. Don't be the guy in the back waiting for somebody else to do it. You do. Be that guy. Be that guy that starts it. Be the catalyst. Be the match. Be the spark. So I think that's a very important thing, because I've noticed that a lot of people like to just kind of hang about and go, well, what's happening? What are we doing? Well, why don't you make the plan yourself and yeah.
There's a word I use for this, and it's called schmooze. Get yourself in there. Schmooze it up. Walk around. I mean, you guys are all sharing this common interest, so there's stuff to talk about. Float, take initiative. Schmooze.
So
Yeah.
Patrick Baldrick says, "Wish I could do a build group near me. Why
can.
don't you? Well, don't.
can't
I mean,
you,
do a virtual one right now. Like, do one of these. But why don't you? Like, make something with a group of the people that you build with and hang out and just talk and build. And even if you can't find anybody in your area to do that for you, there are a bunch of groups all over the country that do virtual build groups, every weekend or every other weekend or once a
Right.
month or whatever. You know,
And when this whole thing is over and you want to actually get out there and meet people, you don't have to kind of be like, I don't know anybody out here that does this. If there's a local hobby shop around you, go there and start talking to those guys and the people that run that shop and like, hey, listen, would it be cool if 3, 4, 5 people gathered here once a month to build, a couple hours? And if they're down with that, right, and sell it to them, right? Because you're like, if I get 5 people in here, or if you get 5 people in here to hang out and build, they're gonna buy stuff. So you're gonna get more traction as far as business goes, right? Make a flyer, stick it around your neighborhood, wherever, bulletin boards and phone poles and all that. If there's people that are out there, they're doing the same thing that you're doing and they run into that, there you go, right? Put your IG on there, put your email on there, whatever. Start small, get 4 or 5 people going, talk to your local hobby shop. Maybe they know people. Hey, listen, next time someone comes in here to buy Gunpla, here's my information, my IG. Just mention it to them, right? And next thing you know, you've got 20, 30 people 6 months later hanging out, building at a hobby shop. So take that initiative and I promise you, it'll happen. Like it's like, they say, just drop that pebble in the water and then watch the ripples kind of grow. So
quick shout out to Julio Julionius, who was spearheading the New York initiative. I'm sorry we had to stop, but we'll come back.
Yeah, exactly.
No, straight up truth.
Absolutely.
I missed out.
Yeah. So kind of go like this is a joke, but with what Z is saying, establish a relationship with a local hobby store. See if they have the space to be able to hold build meetups once that is available to us again. There is nothing wrong with schmoozing around. So schmooze away.
Schmooze away.
Schmooze it up. Get schmoozed.
Yeah. So now we'll get back to I guess he's doing too much. So let's get back to kind of like critiquing and kind of feedback. 4 is embrace diversity. Okay. Art is subjective. Not everyone's gonna like what you do, or they're not gonna like what you build, or the type of models you build, or the type of art you do. But I think almost anyone and everyone out there that's creative will appreciate the effort. So if someone goes out of the way and actually has feedback for you that's critical and helpful, like, hey, listen, great job, but I think maybe if you did this, you might get, different results or better results, whatever. That's good. If someone just says, hey, this thing looks like crap, you need to ignore that, right? But embrace the diversity that's out there in the world of art in general, like just in this being a creative. Nothing is negative, because just like if you look at those Gundam guys and you look at SCGMC, I was there last year for the first time. And I've only been in the hobby for a couple of years, but I went in going, I think I might walk away with an award,
Spoiler.
And then I got spanked. Like people, I don't even think like I got 5 minutes worth of like, hey, this is awesome. No, I mean, there were so many talented builders and creatives out there, and just so much awesome stuff. But I forgot about my build. I went around and I was like, oh my God, how did this person do this and do that and do this? So just embrace that diversity that's out there and don't take anything to heart as a negative. Like, don't take it as a negative. It's all positive, because you can only grow from anything that anyone tells you about your build, right? And be open to, like, if you put a picture on your IG and you're proud of your build, put it on there. Be like, hey guys, what do you think? What did I do wrong? What can I do better? Don't be afraid of that. So embrace the diversity.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there are people out there who like clean builds. Some people don't understand it, and would rather go for realism. And there are some others that would rather go for their creativity, and rather than go for the realism. And that's okay. Everybody has their own type of creative eye. There are people out there who can draw hands, and some people who can't. Right. So it's that's just the way the human brain works. That is how.
There's some people out there that can't draw feet, but they just draw pouches everywhere. It's insane.
Giant.
I like to think that haters are just lovers in disguise. Like they'll hate on you, they'll say whatever they want, but in the back of the head, you're
some fucking sage shit right there, brother.
Yeah,
right
they
on.
really are. It's like, oh, you looked at it, thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
I'm not sure who Andrew is talking to.
Kels, he said, bless Julionius, bless his pure soul.
Apparently. All right. And then lastly of the do's is spread the wealth.
Spread the what now?
Spread the wealth.
I have 0 of that.
Okay. And I don't mean money. I don't mean money. I don't want you to go out there and buy friends.
Goose egg.
Okay. So by spread the wealth, I mean whatever you have to offer, put it out there. Whether it's an extra kit, whether it's spare parts, or it's your knowledge or your time, right? If you have it, trust me, you may not think so, you have it in abundance. We all have a backlog. For what reason, I don't know, but we do. We all have spare parts, lots of them. If we can make time to watch me for 30 minutes, you've got 30 minutes to sit down with another friend and say, here's how I do it, and here's how it'll help you, right? So you've got that wealth in abundance, and don't be afraid to share it. Don't hold on to it. Just put it out there, and you put good out, you get good back, right? So spread the wealth. And watch your enjoyment in the hobby grow. Watch your friends' enjoyment in the hobby grow. Guys, anybody else?
Yeah, being a part of this hobby since 2007, 2006. I've watched the hobby internationally grow from very secretive builders who don't want to share techniques or don't want to share how they've progressed and how they've done things, to people being more open and are more willing to share kind of their knowledge and their skill set. I think is a wonderful thing, and I think it should continue. There's nothing wrong with you telling somebody, this is great, but I think doing it this way is better. Because that is another form of spreading knowledge. Whether you do it through a video format, a post on Facebook, a post on Instagram, a story, whatever it is you want to do. You will only ever benefit, the hobby by putting out very insightful and good knowledge that's based upon your experience and truth.
That's right.
Don't ever worry about what you're giving up in your wealth share, because it's going to come back tenfold, whether it be anything you want, honestly. Like, once you build that community, there's nothing off the table.
Clem knew exactly what I was talking about. Actually, let's be honest here. Clem, Gamera Bainray, one of the first people to share knowledge. Like, one of the first people I saw that would share.
There he is.
Oh, he's
there. You
go. Oh, fine.
Outed.
What's up, guys?
What is up, Clem?
What up, dude?
Yeah, so I feel what you guys are talking about. I mean, seriously, what Z said about just the whole communal and trying to get people, like-minded people. I mean, that's your story of what you guys are saying is basically how those Gundam guys got started. I mean, my dumb ass opened my doors and say, "Hey, I don't know any of you people. Come over in my house. And some of them are the closest friends I have now. And some of them, It's weird. and there's this contest that's live, or it's online this year, but hundreds of people come to this silly dumb contest, and holy shit.
We just come for the free cookies, bro. So
Just do it.
I came for the t-shirts. I came for the t-shirts.
Yeah. If you have a spot in your house and you own a gun, it's good, right? When these weirdos show up at your house, and then make like lifelong friends, right?
Exactly.
The
weirder it gets, the better it is. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
When I met up with Shane in California, he was like, "We're gonna go meet some weirdos. You ready?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Speaking of weird, there's two right there.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's in the back with the White Claw.
Let's take these two for example, or three, right? We literally met these guys physically for the first time last year. This time last year, we were hanging out. Z was in his Arthur sweatshirt, or whatever the fuck it was, and we hung out. And ever since then, we have all been a constant in each other's lives.
Exactly.
And you also start to understand that some of the stuff that we say to you people or you guys when we're online and in person, it's the same voice that's coming out. And we're not being dicks, but sometimes it's lost in translations because there's no emotions when you're looking at text. Maybe you share an emocon or whatnot, but still there's a little bit of loss in translation with that. So when we the fuck is beeping in my room?
Get out!
Don't get me wrong, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna go fix this. So continue talking.
So Freddie, are we good on time?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So those are like the 5, 6 kind of do's and don'ts, and and you see that they all kind of go hand in hand, right? Just one leads to the other, to the other, to the other. And if you kind of practice those 5 steps, 6 steps, and or keep them mindful, you're gonna find immense pleasure and enjoyment out of anything you do, really, not just this hobby, right? But obviously we're focused on this hobby. So now, getting that out of the way, let's talk about some of the don'ts or the pitfalls of getting into a community or getting into a hobby. Number 1 is ignore the haters. All right? No matter where you go in the world, you could be walking down the street looking like you do. Someone is looking at you going, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?" Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. All right? Like, he's never going to see you again. You're never going to see them again. Ignore the haters, right? Jealousy, negativity, those kind of things, they kill your vibe. Try to put them out of your mind as much as you can. Goddamn China's trying to
defuse the bomb, though. He's good.
Right. So, yeah, guys, anything you guys want to put on that? So
yeah. To kind of the flip side of that coin, you kind of have to understand and accept that as you start to become I don't want to say a bigger name because that's a bad way of putting it, but as you become more into the community, kind of more enmeshed in it, and kind of you're interlaced, like or something, understand that there will be people that don't like you, and that is just a part, again, of it's part of human nature, because you can't be friends with everybody. Once you find your circle, keep it small. You can't be everybody's friend. Not everybody will like you, and you will be the same,
okay, right?
And
it's
that
okay
is
to have a small circle.
Yeah,
it's more like a Venn diagram. You've got your circle of 5 to 6, right? Where those are your ride or die friends. Then you've got a little bit bigger kind of group where you're like, everybody here is cool, and I love hanging out with them, but we're just not as close as these 5 or 6. And then you've got like the bigger, we're like, yo, this is the hobby, the community that I'm a part of. Everyone in here has some interest, like I do. Like, we all share a similar interest, and I need to kind of keep that in mind. But again, it's some of those people, regardless of sharing my interests, are not looking out for what's best for me. They're not looking out for my best interests, right?
Right.
So play it as you know what's in your heart. Play by your heart.
It might sound like really cliquey and really like you shouldn't, stick to these people, but some people just stick to you, and those are the people gonna, keep it moving, keep it revolving. Some of them are just gonna not like you a lot for no reason.
It would be incredibly dull and boring if everybody liked
right.
Yeah, it would. Honestly, a little bit of hate just means you're doing something right.
Exactly.
That's right. It's a culture. All right. So number 2, as far as phones and kind of pitfalls, don't need a high follower count. Okay. You want friends, not followers. Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite, but I fell into it when I first got in. That 500, 650, 1,000. I'm gonna do a giveaway. Tag 3 people. Right. I got into that too. I did, and it's
6,000 followers later,
and it's taxing. And guess what? You know how many people interact with me right now and watch my stories? Maybe 20, and half of them are here, or 80% of them are here. So it's like, and I get it. It's that instant gratification. You're like, man, look at all these people that are kind of like into what I'm doing, and maybe they value what I have to say or show. Nope. They're there for that contest. They're there for that giveaway. They're just there for another, whatever. All those likes you get on your pictures. How many times is someone actually looking at that? They're just going, right? They're just going down. They get up in the morning, hit stories, tap, 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 until the stories are done. It's it. Their day goes on. Follower counts, they're good as far as kind of like, okay, cool, I've got a number, but you want friends, right?
Yeah.
Or like 90K followers and you get 100 likes.
Exactly. And I get it, guys. Like I said, I've been there. Many of us, I think, have been there. But try to. Hey, Kyle's here.
I like to think that people aren't stupid. That when people do I'm doing the 500 follower giveaway, they're not doing it because they want to thank the people that are currently following them. They want people to tell people, I want 500 more. Let's do more so I can do more of these giveaways. It's not because you're being generous. You're wanting people to see you do this. Like, hey guys, I'm doing charity right now. Fucking look at me.
I'm spoon feeding the homeless.
Yeah. That is.
I mean, there's some causes there. Recently, not Meg. She's still scared, but Freddie destroyed his parts of his body to help the children.
Right? No,
those kind of charity kind of things and whatnot. Those are great. Like, be a part of that.
Still suffering from that, by the way.
I'm telling you, this man has an asshole the size of a scrunchie.
I tried taking a shot yesterday, Friday. It burned way too much.
That's because you're weak on the inside.
Yeah, your stomach lining is toast.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Well, we have a TGG baseball hat.
Oh,
that we're gonna use later. So
I like Angels. I like Angels hat. Yeah, I like Angels hat. That's right.
Pretty.
Oh
no!
All right. Anyway,
Continue. Yeah. So those kind of things are great. All right. So moving on to.
Wait. I have
no. Yeah. Go ahead.
In the case of making friends and being a positive part of that community, you have to drop your ego entirely. Be completely altruistic to the intent of you wanting to build and grow and learn with people. Don't be, I'm doing this because they're gonna look at me. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna charge $20 for you to be here now. don't do that. Don't do's.
No shit. I don't know. I try to make myself accessible, and I say this constantly. I'm like, yo, ask me questions if you want. I love spitballing. I'm an idea guy. I am like, I talk too much. Listen to me now. I'm talking too much. So, but it's all ideas in fucking 100 miles an hour in my head. Wife tells me that I need to calm the fuck down a lot.
I
So,
don't know what I have to offer, but I'm out there. You need something, let me know.
yeah, I mean that's the real thing. Like,
You to someone who does have that information or whatever it is you're looking for. So maybe that's my offer. All right. So next, and this one is important. Do not worry about your brand. And again, I said I would be a hypocrite if I said I didn't. I got a logo made. I paid $400 for that thing, even though I had a perfectly good one that Pabs made. I got stickers made, hundreds of dollars.
Tell them how much I charged you for that, bro.
You know, the branding. Like everybody gets in there, like, oh, I want a custom sticker or I want a logo, and it's those things feel great. And in some ways they do empower you. They make you be more interactive and be out there. But at the same time, or more often than not, they pull you back because you're thinking about your hobby as a business. Every interaction is, what do I get back from this? Or you want a sticker? What do I get? Right? Don't worry about your brand. It will come. It will naturally come. Your logos and pages and all that. If you start like building like a maniac and your skill just kind of you're going 5,000 and everyone's like, dude, this guy, this girl, maybe then you're like, okay, maybe I need to have an official page, maybe I need to be doing this or that just because people can find me easier because I have this information to share. But before all that, just you've got 500 followers because of your giveaways, and all of a sudden, like, I'm a somebody. I need to have a brand and a logo and all that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that.
There's nothing wrong with having a brand, I think. Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Right. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a brand, but don't let it be your priority.
Right.
Like, don't let it be the number one thing that's driving you to engage and interact and have impressions and this presence on social media, because that should not be the top of the list for anybody, right? That shouldn't be why you are doing this. A lot of people with larger followings forget why they do these days. Like, this is because you want to build, you want to show off a build, you want to show people how you did this, or hey, I made this cool thing, look at it, if I can do it, you can do it. That is the core, the absolute core of why you do this. Don't forget that. And if that leads you to building a brand for yourself or having relationships with people with brands or whatever, that's cool, but don't let that be the driving force of why you do this community thing.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like, your brand is your representation of who you are. You shouldn't be representing that brand, right? You don't come up into your IG or whatever it is, and you're like, here's my logo, this is what I'm about, blah, 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 and now I got to stay with this. No, this is who I am, and this represents it, right? So just let the branding happen for you naturally, more organically, versus it becoming a business for you.
I'm a good example of that.
Please, no, elaborate.
Elaborating on what he's saying. So yeah, the whole horror thing, I kind of just fell into it and it just kept going naturally.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Meg was like, no.
No, like, he's right though. Freddie was wrong. It was like, I first saw his teddy bear thing, I was like, oh, he did something really cool with this big, that Murder Beach, whatever, and Blood Beach, right? And I'm like, he did that with the bear guy. And then you're like, okay, no, that's his style. Like, everything he does is like horror, kind of gore related, and it's fucking cool as shit. That's his brand. We don't need to be like, yo, does Freddie build Gunpla? No, Freddie just fucking builds, and he's wrong. That's it. That's his brand. All right, so let it happen, and it's going to happen organically, and you're going to find more enjoyment in your hobby doing that. The next one is we're going down to the kind of the finish line here, guys. So don't worry, like we kind of touched on it earlier, don't worry about the giveaways. More importantly, don't worry about the sponsorships and the partnerships.
Oh Lord, I'm about to open a fucking can of worms.
And I have a partnership with a brand Okay, I think everyone here does. But that for me, it didn't. I wasn't going out there and going, "Hey, hey, do you want to partner with me? Hey, do you want to sponsor me?" I think a lot of people kind of get caught up with that, where they're like, "Freddie was right." Freddie was right.
Truth.
But people get caught. What I mean is, don't get caught up in it. I think sometimes we place more importance on ourselves than we need to, and we feel like we're validated. Even if you're a very skilled builder, sometimes we feel like the only way I'm validated is when I have someone kind of represent, that's going, hey, this guy's part of my team. This guy's a part of my brand here. And that's not necessarily true. Like I'm partnered with USA Gundam Store. I couldn't tell you why. It's just something that Adam was like, hey, do you want to be on my team? I was like, yeah, okay. But I'd much rather, if he came to me tomorrow and said, hey, Sean, gotta kick you off. There's a guy who's way more fucking talented and does more for the community. We're like, yo, take it. That's cool. Right. It's one of those things that you don't need to kind of obsess over. Like, it's because people reach out to, I think all four of you here and everybody else kind of like, if you have a partnership with someone, people go, well, what do you get? Well, how do I get one? Like, it's like,
how do you get sponsored? I don't know, man. I just build. That's what I'm here for. I didn't do this to try and get sponsored or whatever. Yes, it is nice to have support. Everybody loves to have support, whether that support group is your family, your mom and dad and shit, or your sister, or like your aunt, or whatever the fuck it is, or whether it's your fucking best friends, or it's like whatever, the guy at the hobby shop that you befriended, and he was like, God, this kid is like got the likes it a lot, so let me give him a break, like that kind of shit. That's all the same kind of thing, whether it be a big, company that is like sells stuff worldwide, or be like somebody that's just down the block that, sells a couple Gunpla kits in the back of the hardware store. Support and sponsorship is relative, and it's just good to be community. And that's the idea, I think, in my mind, behind the whole community thing. It's to build your community for yourself. Like, everybody has their own community. I have my own community as part of me. Like, I am the center of my Venn diagram, right? And I walk around and all my little friends are in circles and they cross over and this and that. But it's like, it starts with you, So don't think like somebody else is going to give you what you need. You have to get it from yourself, man.
Well, I know Pat had a reaction to it, so I can't wait.
I'm gonna let Julio go in first.
Okay.
Like many things that we've spoken about, it's not a sponsorship, it's a friendship. You're building a relationship with this person who can actually help you, which is pretty cool. Don't try to build that relationship just to get free stuff. Like that's I mean, it's a horse and a carrot, like they're just gonna keep showing you that carrot, but you're never really gonna eat it. If you're the main thing to take out of a sponsorship is that friendship, I would say. And if you're not looking for that friendship, just keep it moving. Mind your neck.
All right.
Seriously, it's not a big deal. Just keep building. If you're not doing this for the fun of you making stuff, then why are you even here?
I'm gonna be straight 100. I'm gonna stay on brand in my lane and be honest, right? That the driving force of people wanting to be sponsored, there are two reasons, right? The first reason is validation. They want that validation that a store has looked at my stuff and goes, I want them to represent my store. I want them to represent the thing I'm trying to get people to buy. Like, look at this guy. You guys can do this. Buy my stuff. That is one thing. The second thing is greed, selfishness. Let's be honest. People want to be sponsored to get free things. And that's how people think sponsorships go. I'm going to give a very, very basic form of what a sponsorship is. It ain't fucking that. You don't get free shit. It is a two-way street. All right. You are talking about the products and the things that these guys are selling because you believe in those products. You're not doing it because they are giving these things to you for free. All right. Being a sponsored builder with that store means they value your opinion on the things that they specialize in. And if that's not what the sponsorship is, then that is the wrong kind of sponsorship. Right. Let's be honest.
Yep. Exactly.
Selling yourself for numbers.
Exactly.
Overall, money speaks. I get that, but That's not the reason you're here.
Let me answer Unagawa. So validation is quite the driving force, he says. Your validation should come from all the dues that we talked about earlier in the hour.
In your community.
Because we all do need that validation. Trust me, I hit up these guys all the time. Like, hey man, I haven't built in ages, and I don't know how to do this, that, or the other. But I still feel like I have plenty of talent. And when I do get to building, you know, what am I going to build? Is it going to be liked? Whatnot. Everybody wants to be validated. That's why we're here. That's why we're sharing things socially. We want people to look at our stuff and be like, yo, that's good, right? But let those other things that we talked about be the validation for you, to that driving force for you to be better and share more and build a community and find friends and all that. And then Andrew is just going to be Andrew. So
I've been ignoring that for a while now.
And which kind of just kind of puts me at, you know, the last point, which is number 5, and it kind of sums everything up, is don't rush anything. Organic growth is permanent and long-standing, you know. So whatever you're into, whatever you're doing, again, be mindful and let it happen naturally. And trust me, all the things that we all want are going to come your way. The friends, the validation, the sponsorships, the partnerships, all that will come to you when you, because at the end of the day, when you're doing all these things, when you're getting involved, it sounds like you're doing all this stuff for everyone. You're like, hey, I'm going to be this guy, that guy, that guy. You're doing it for yourself. At the heart of it, you're thinking about yourself. Like, how does everything become better for me, right? And how does that happen? By making sure that everyone is coming up with you, right? And when you do that, you put that good karma out there, be ready to receive. So just
you're only as strong
rush
as
anything
put out into your community, you know? Like, together you're stronger. It's the only way to go up.
Like Arthur's fist.
Except when it's a battle royale, then it's every man for himself. But
then you got to get the table.
Only SCGMC is it every man for himself.
Yeah, So I think a key takeaway from this would be, you know, just to be yourself. A fake image that you establish around yourself will only crumble with time. I personally don't think me and these guys could do a show like Critical Builds if we weren't honest. Like if we weren't ourselves in front of the camera, or if you're asking the question,
right
or
there.
Be who you are. You know, stay true to who you are, you think you are, even. And you know, eventually people will see that people will see your true self, your honest self, and if people will gravitate to you. And you know, and then from there, like you can only start to climb upwards. You'll make friends. You'll make lifelong friends. You'll make, you know, you all this stuff that so many people are able to do now. Stuff like panels at SCGMC and hanging out with people like Z and Brian and Julio, Kyle and you know, Tex and Freddie and Meg and and you know, at Clam Angel, stuff, blah blah blah. You know, don't nod your head at me with your weird looking head with a hat.
They got mad long.
Mad long. You know, people, you know, hanging out with people like that eventually will come with time, because they see that you are honest, you are yourself, and just, you know, just keep walking the same direction. Keep the faith.
Yeah, like Tex said it. Beach
robot time.
Yourself, don't play. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. All right, don't play games.
You stream long enough, you start sounding like a robot.
All right, his robot voice is on, so I think that's time to call it.
Play stupid games. Winner has a coin.
I was gonna say real quick, I was my authentic self, and I became a cult leader.
All right, guys. Last shout outs, and then thank you guys for showing up and doing this panel. Go ahead and give us your last shout outs, and then after this, we're getting to the winners.
Okay. Who's shouting stuff out?
All right, let's start with Brian first.
What's up, guys? I hang out with these guys all the time, all of them, and I hang out with you too. If you want to hang out with me on the internet, because fuck quarantine. Anyway, yeah, I like to build cool stuff and I like to share ideas. So hit me up if you'd like to in the DMs on IG and Facebook if you can find me and all that shit. Hope you guys had a great time tonight. I always have a good time hanging out when I'm at the workbench with you guys. So thank you for swinging by, and I'm sure other people will talk to you. So
all right, see you, Brian.
Bye.
Why do you wait?
All right.
See you.
Wrong one.
Yeah, he can't see me. All right, next one, Julio.
Thank you for watching your leader. Come praise whenever you can. I appreciate all of you. I can't wait till our next meeting. It's going to be incredible.
Any fucking money.
Oh, we're not muted.
Oh, I know that. You're stupid.
Thanks for having me, guys. Find me on the
All right, see you, Julio. All right, next up we have Stu Chris.
Yeah, you guys can find me, Chris_Pabs on Instagram, youtube.com/R3D5UNZ. We're doing season 2 of Critical Builds in 20 days. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you for listening to my stupid ass voice. I appreciate it.
All right, see you, Chris. All right, next up, Z.
All right, does this sound like a robot?
Yeah, just go. Go for it.
Gunpla Ronin on IG, also on YouTube, hang out with these guys on Critical Builds. Thanks for jumping in and watching me, guys.
Hey, thanks for hosting the panel.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the honor. Appreciate it.
All right. So next, let's bring in Jeremy and Clem back.
You want to fix it? You want to?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I'm gonna have to be here. You're learning so quick. I know, right?
All right, so we're doing the winners next. So first, we have a small correction to make.
Yeah. So there was a misprint on the screen when we did the 144. Just a rundown of all the entries, and just want to make that correction there with Ryan's name and his
handle.
And if you don't remember what he entered, can you just show like his?
Oh yeah.
He had the little diorama there, which is pretty cool. With
The 144.
Okay, so that's it for that one. Yeah. Next up, we have the winners.
Dun dun dun. This should go by pretty quick.
Oh, the
do
audio.
We need the music bed?
What? No, I haven't hit it. Don't worry. Okay. So, but onto the winners thing. We don't have audio, but oh well.
It's the same thing.
All right, so first up, we have the beginners winners. And in third place, we have Groucho Nicholas.
Hey!
It's just so different without like a giant crowd screaming and cheering.
Yeah,
we need that giant crowd cheering.
Someone can get some fake crowd noises. Oh, no. I'll get it later.
If only we had an audio team.
Yeah, I know. Second place, we have Meg.
Rigged.
And in first place, we have
Justin
Olsen.
Hey!
Yeah. Okay, so for the raffle later on, I forgot to mention this, but all the winners will be getting all the winners will be getting a second entry into the raffle. So instead of one chance to win, you have two chances to win. So double chances.
If you're in the top
This
three.
is the first place coin. This is the second place coin.
Hold on, let me get you on the screen.
It's just as crappy as I wanted it.
Yeah, they're crappy coins. This is the first place coin. It's upside down. Who cares? Flash and everything. This is the second place coin. A white coin. And third place coin is the tan coin. I have to put this on video so I remember later on when I send these out which coins to give to who.
Okay. All right. So up next we have the SD winners. Third place we have Brian Brobuilder. He was just on.
Hey!
No, slap. Whatever
That sounds horrible.
Second place
No more
we
of
have
that, please.
with his SD conversion here. And in first place we have Elton.
Hey!
We need to get more of us in here so we can like all clap at the same
I
time.
don't know if I can handle more of you. No.
On screen, you don't have to see us in real life.
I wish I was.
Social distancing, you sons of bitches. I don't see any masks there.
It's called the quarantine crew for a reason. All right, up next we have the Not-Gunpla winners. And in third place we have Michael Wine.
Hey! Help the lady.
Yeah. Second place we have Chris.
Hey!
Squee. Are you still there, Squee? No.
Yeah, he's still there.
Whole fucking scope dog. Yeah.
And in first place we have Hang.
Hey! Hang. Okay, fine.
All right, so next are the advanced 144 scale winners. So in third place we have Andrew Young.
What? Recount.
Recount it. All right. Second place we have Hang again.
Hey!
And in first place we have Jason Side. I don't know where he's at.
Who entered his own kit this year?
Yeah. All right.
Well, he didn't have to travel anywhere. Of course, he entered his own kit.
By default, he had to. Yes.
Okay, so next up we have the 100 scale winners. In third place we have Chris Babs.
Hey! What a critical win.
No, just
Fucking joke, Freddie.
I know it's a joke. I was doing. Never mind.
Okay.
Continue. It's called a bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Second place we have Dalton.
Whoa.
Again.
I love that one.
And in first place we have
Damn.
Franz.
Hey!
Okay, so next up we have theme winners. So
The theme was?
the theme was just digital Gunpla photography. It's basically a photo contest. Should have done a better job explaining it to everyone, but oh well. In third place we have me.
Oh,
Rigged. There weren't that many entries, guys.
Ah, rigged.
There weren't that many entries.
I didn't vote for you.
Second place we have.
Hey!
I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, he did the little recreation of our mascot.
So what you need to take away here is if you pander to your judges, you up your chances of winning.
Yeah.
I wonder where else that works.
I know you're. It's funny when you say it, but honestly, it's true. It's
I don't know.
If you go to an IPMS, like I mean, side soapbox thing. If you go to an IPMS contest and you want to win there, look at what wins at that particular IPMS contest and pander to those goddamn judges, and you'll win. It's sad.
All right, and in first place we have Hang with a very nicely photoshopped battle scene.
He's gonna be the reason
So
we
this
have
was the actual idea I had because I saw someone else do something like this, and that's what I thought. I wrongly conveyed out to the folks that this is what we were looking for is something like this to Photoshop the crap out of your kits into some kind of background and make it look kind of cool. So
yeah,
sorry about that. That's my fault.
Okay, and that's it for the winner.
Hey, congratulations, everybody.
Hey.
Congrats. You guys will be getting your coins in the mail, and also you guys have double a chance to win something on the raffle, which is coming up next.
There's a coin shortage in the United States. We're handing them out for free.
Yes. All right, so let's get to the raffle here. We have all the names loaded up
Can't even
already.
have a bathroom break. Like you're not giving anybody anything. You're just.
All right, who wants to break then?
Can you switch the ticker up? We're gonna go to the first one, Burbank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So the okay. So
the first prizes were given to us by Burbank House of Hobbies, and we're gonna put their info down at the bottom there.
yeah, thanks to Burbank House Hobbies for donating it. Go check out their site. Go if you're lucky enough, go check out the store. It's a very cool store.
And if you need to know what they are, we've had it in our stories. We'll probably throw them back up again later. Go ahead.
All right, so the first prize is going to be Imagine. I can't pronounce that right
Okay.
now. What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just want to see if you're gonna
The
review.
Messenger Z,
Mazinger Z.
the high grade. So first winner is
Just like Wheel of Fortune, but less exciting.
yeah.
Oh, crabs.
Is that Pam's?
I think that's crabs.
Can you
Is
read
it?
the name? Where is it?
Christian. I can't.
Yep, that is.
Okay. You got it marked down?
Chris.
Mark it down.
Okay. And the next prize is going to be a 3-pack of those. I don't know what they're called.
Soccer Wars.
The Soccer Wars
Kai kits.
Bandai kits. Yeah.
They're so cute.
So it's gonna be 3 of them. So next winner is
I hope you don't get it.
Okay.
Kevin David. Yep. Okay, so on to the next sponsor here is Dungeon Ruins. And they're giving away 4 hats and a banner. So
This is Floss Picks company that Brian was displaying earlier with his hat.
yeah, he also sells other things, which are all really cool. But yeah, definitely go check out the store.
So if you win a hat, you'll be able to pick from the designs that are available, and then the banner is a Living Dead division banner, which is I believe from Thunderbolt, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So all the sponsors are going to contact the winners directly, right?
It sounds like something you should have asked before, yeah.
Yeah, I did ask, and I have the answers. But I'll reach out. I'll send a mass email to all the winners and just tell them
How to get in touch.
how to get in touch.
Okay. All right. So hat number 1 goes to Sean Guzman.
Hey.
All right. And hat number 2 goes to Helen Nolte.
She wins everything. She wins something
Yeah.
every year. Don't buy a lock of her hair.
By the way, guys, we have over 40 prizes to give away, so it's still plenty of chances for everyone. Hat number 3 goes to Luis Franco.
Hey.
All right, and hat number 4 goes to
Do we want to buy a hat?
James Chow. Andrew called Rig. It's just the first 5 so
I
far.
mean, the man in charge of the controls over here. License something. I would
Rig.
call that Rig.
All right, so for the banner, the winner is
It's a Living Dead division banner.
Luis Rosado.
Yes. Rosado.
Okay, so next sponsor is Mecha Warehouse. Get their info on the screen there. Go check them out there at mechawarehouse.com. And the first prize from them is the 30 minutes mission Alto yellow colored version. And the winner for that is Joss Evans. All right, next prize is a high grade Leo, and that is going to
Remove all instances. Remove all instances.
I'm not gonna come up again. Oh, let me get the chat going so I can read all the hate. All right, next prize is the high grade GM command, and that is going to Noah Young. You get that? Noah Young.
Neil?
Noah. And Jung.
Noah Young? Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't do anything.
Are you pronouncing it wrong?
It's Jung. Okay, so next prize is the RG Wing Zero, and that is going to Daniel Mercedes. Okay, next prize is the RG Zaku 2 Char version, and that is going to Brian. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next prize is going to be the RE100 Gun Easy,
Hey.
and that one is going to Andrew Young. Is this still rigged, Andrew? Still rigged?
I think it's fine.
And just a reminder, all the winners do get 2 chances, so that there's a chance they might get another prize too. All right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Next prize is going to be the Master Grade Depth Sight, and that one is going to Brandon Stevens. Next prize is going to be the Master Grade Curios, and that one goes to Julio Ponte. Next prize is going to be the Master Grade Barbatos, and that one is going to I can't pronounce his name.
I think it's Haozu.
Yeah, Haosu. Haosu, there you go.
I'm probably mispronounced it too, so I don't speak that version of Chinese.
Okay, so yeah, thanks to Mecha Warehouse for their sponsored prizes here. And the next one is going to be next set of prizes is from where is he? From True Gunpla. So yeah, I'm sure most of you in chat knows who he is and all the shirts he sells. So yeah, you can go check it out at Holy Mountain, or just go to that little link he gave us there.
He's giving away 5 shirts.
Yeah, he's giving away 5 shirts, so they just contact them and they pick what shirts they want.
I'll be sending instructions to everybody on how to
Claim their prize?
claim
Okay.
the prize.
All right, so the first shirt goes to Aaron Herrera. Yeah. Okay, next shirt is going to Kyle Harris. All right, and shirt number 3 goes to Andrin Nadir. And oh, you can't see the screen? Okay. Hold on. Oh no, you still can't see it.
Just keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No, I saw the last name off your screen, so I know what that is.
Okay. Oh, I can't read the chat anymore. Okay.
I'm reading it. It's fine. No one's talking to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's nothing important going on.
Okay, so shirt number 4 goes to Mike Mesa. And shirt number 5 goes to Chris Robledo. Squee. Okay, so thanks again to True Gunpla, Joel, for the prizes. And the next sponsor is USA Gundam Store. Where is their thing? So yeah, definitely go check them out.
So, let's raffle off the card first.
Okay, so the first one is going to be the RG Zaku, the green one. And that one is going to Reef Weaver.
I like that name, Reef Weaver. I hope it's a real name.
I hope so too.
Hold on, before you continue. Okay. Now,
Okay, for
the rest of these kits are going to come with a pair of the USA Gundam Store nippers.
yeah, so it's going to be the kit plus the USA Gundam Store nippers. And the first one is First one is the RG red frame. And that one is going to Al Lu. And we have another RG red frame, and that one is going to Manuel Claudio. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, the next prize is going to be the RG Strike. And that one is going to Hang.
So we'll see it next year.
I don't know, it might be too new for him. He only likes those old kids. All right, the next one is going to be another RG Strike, and that one is going to Meg.
All right.
Okay, and next prize is going to be the RG Zaku, the green color version.
With nippers.
With nippers. No. No. No, we'll just remove her. Nope, that one doesn't count. Next one is...
It's funny because at our live show, people keep screaming rigged as well.
I mean, he's a convenient writer guy. Yeah. Hey.
Andrew Young.
Damn. She just removes me from the whole raffle.
Hmm?
Just fucking with you.
But wait till it's after we're live. You can have this argument.
All right. So next one is the RG Sniper 2. No, not RG. MG Sniper 2. This also comes with the nippers. That goes to Renan Jave Villalobos. If I pronounce that right. Can you read it? Yeah, can you read it on the screen?
See.
Not really, but
Renan. Jay.
Yeah.
that's close enough. I should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay, next one. We have another MG Sniper 2 with the nippers, and this one goes to
You realizing you can't see from over there?
No, I know I couldn't see it. Just like I don't know why I'm sitting.
Brian Ferranda. Okay, so next up we have 3 master grade Faz with the nippers included. So the first Faz goes to Jonathan Ramirez. The second Faz goes to
The Foz.
Dalton. And the last Faz goes to
It's a lot of Faz.
Dang.
Hank's never gonna build it. It's not old enough.
What's he gonna do with all these kits with joints?
I know, right? All right, so the final 3 prizes are $100 gift cards for USA Gundam. The first gift card goes to Christopher Jonas.
Rigged.
Rigged. The second gift card goes to Randy Salazar. And the last gift card and the last prize for the raffle goes to Joshua Nicholas.
I think it's less painful to spread out, SCGMC over 3 days. So it's only 3 hours per day.
The virtual version.
Yeah.
Like half of those Gundam guys don't even have to show up for this. This is great.
No, 3/4. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, 3. It's only been like the 4 of us.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for entering. Thank you to all our vendors that supplied raffle prizes to us.
So let's name them off one more time. We have USA Gundam. We have True Gunpla. We have Mecha Warehouse, Dungeon Ruins, Floss Pick also, and Bourbon Council Poppies.
Thank you to all of them for providing us with prizes. I will be, or the vendors will be reaching out to you. Well, if it's me, I'll try to reach out to you by tomorrow with emails. Well, I'll reach out to everybody to what to expect.
But on the off chance that you won, did not get reached out to, just hit up Angel.
Yeah, you can.
Quality control his ass.
Yeah, if you don't hear anything by the end of Tuesday, go ahead and email us TGG at TGG at thosegundamguys.org.
So Clem, we have a question.
No, never. So okay, especially not next year because we're gonna be struggling to afford a 1-day event. Just kind of putting that out there because
unless people buy shirts, maybe hats in the future.
Yeah. Hats, shirts, whatever we put out there, pins.
You can Venmo Gamma and Ray.
But and we're gonna try to push that merch out there a little bit more than we did this year. My understanding was I didn't feel good about pushing stuff because of a lot of situations that we're in this year. A lot of people got out of work, and it was tough this year. It's still tough. So Angel came up with this idea of doing this online contest this year because we had to cancel. And he knows my hatred of online contests. So we compromised and we did this, and we're glad we got this amazing turnout, amazing people to get present panels and whatnot. And I think this was a fairly successful event. Even though that we're all doing this remotely except for those guys over there that are trying to get COVID from each other. I mean, I actually had COVID, about a month ago. So I'm still actually kind of recovering for it. I was in a hospital for 4 days. It sucked.
COVID
Wear your mask.
I'm going to catch from Fred and Maggie's house.
AIDS?
What?
Sorry.
Oh man.
But I mean, seriously, thank you guys for all the support you guys are giving and watching us really on here. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate that you guys are really looking forward to next year. And that said, next year we're looking at November 13, 2021. So mark calendars. We haven't put anything in stone because, again, next year is still dicey. Everyone's hoping that we get some kind of super vaccine, so those those anti-vaxxers can have another reason to not vaccinate themselves.
13 or 12?
But, huh?
It said the 13th. I'm trying to verify that date. I don't even remember when we put on the paperwork.
We're trying to verify what day of the week that is.
We'll make an
That's
announcement once we iron
it's Saturday. Trust me.
Where's Mario? We
looked it up.
the content out of Clem's garage.
Yeah, 13th.
Okay.
Oh, I know why he knows so well.
Who?
You.
What?
There's no reason for that.
Huh?
I picked it because it's usually right close to Veterans Day. We we have a lot of veterans that join SCGMC. I myself am a veteran, so I don't get Veterans Day off. Fuck my company. So my boss is probably listening to this because he's subscribed.
He's also like,
God damn it.
You're right.
Anyway, a lot of people have Veterans Day off, so it's good for our veterans to be able to fly in to our event and make a long weekend out of it, so we could have a little bit more days to get drunken silliness to happen. So that's kind of why I picked 13th. We did the 6th this year. Well, that was the original plan anyways. And kind of Veterans Day happens on Wednesday. So next year, Veterans Day is going to be on Thursday. So it's easy to take that extra Friday off and then get drunk with us when we're setting up. And then have SCGMC on the 13th. And probably get drunk on the 14th before you guys fly out. So that's the plan right now, but we don't have anything set in stone because we haven't talked to any venues and anything. So we'll see, and we'll try to get that information out as soon as possible. But usually after SCGMC, we usually shut down for about a month and a half or 2 months, and then once and start working on things about end of January, February time frame. Usually that's when you start seeing us spam all over the place. Our plans for SCGMC. So I don't know if we call this one the 10th year or 9.5.
No,
9 star.
This year's the virtual.
It's 10 with an asterisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 with an asterisk. But again,
we just have the real count.
Seriously, thank you for the support. You guys seriously rule, and I'm glad Angel came up with this idea. I'm glad we did a 3-day event. So even with kind of our little technical difficulties, but it's expected because, you know, we kind of slapped this together with, you know, our resources. So everyone here works for free. It's sad. No one gets paid.
Can't afford
We
it.
actually pay. You know, it's even sillier because we actually pay to be able to present, to be able to put the show on for you guys.
And we paid all that, and we're
Oh.
still gonna get a paid copy of StreamYard. Mm-hmm.
You remember when we bought those Robotech dolls?
Oh, I remember the Donny Osmond Ken doll. Yeah. This is UFC for broke.
So,
Yeah.
So that said, we're going to be very, very, you know, financially conscious this coming year, so that we can actually do the show at the venue that we want to do it at, and see everyone in person and hang out and, you know, all that fun crap that we've been doing the last 9 years before 2020. Thank you. So, you know, that's me off my soapbox. You guys, you know, have anything else you guys want to, you know, throw out there?
No, that's pretty much it. You guys?
You're so enthusiastic and involved. I
know, right?
I admire it.
All right. Well, I just wanted to, again, thanks everybody, and to close out the night, let's just hear this one more time.
Why do you have to play it from your phone? I could do it. It's actually, I think it's playing on here.
I wanted to, but
Copyright strike.
all right, guys.
People want the music.
No, we paid for it. You don't get it.
All right, see you guys.
Play the end credits, Freddie.
These end credits?